Welcome back to Terror by the Bay. I'm David. The girls are fighting, and literally the girls are fighting. Laura Loomer and Marjorie Taylor Greene are having a war of words, and I am here for it. Laura Loomer's upset with Greene. Laura Loomer is Jewish and a strong supporter of Israel. She's upset with Greene because Greene's been outspoken about the U.S. not intervening in foreign wars and characterizing the war in Gaza as genocide. Marjorie Taylor Greene and I agree on that. Loomer, on Tuesday, today as I record this, wrote on Twitter saying that according to FEC data, federal election data, Marjorie Taylor Greene is using her campaign fundraising to enrich her daughter, Taylor Greene Robinson, who she has funneled over $113,000 to in, quote, staff payroll from her campaign fund since March of 2024, even though the daughter lives in Texas. Then Greene wrote back that Laura Loomer is not MAGA, she's MIGA, referring to the slogan, Make Israel Great Again. Many people are asking who or what government or what intelligence agency has bankrolled the twice-failed congressional candidate Laura Loomer all those years. Loomer, in response, wrote, just because you are consumed by your rage and jealousy doesn't mean you get to go around lying and accusing private citizens of being intelligence agents. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene better be careful unless she's got some evidence to back that up. In the same post, Loomer quoted, oh God, this is brutal. You ruined your entire family, referring to Marjorie Taylor Greene, by cheating on your husband with a sex guru. And for the last 4 months, you've been doing nothing but spewing lies about the Trump administration because you don't get enough attention from the Trump administration. You call yourself a Christian while you wreck your marriage like a whore. Ouch. Oh, let's go. I don't even need to dive anymore. Let's just look at the energy around these two. What is causing this spat? Entertainment purposes only, and I'm already entertained. I hadn't even started yet. They're fighting over Donald Trump's affections. Are you serious? And, he gets to pick his queen. Which one's going to be the belle of his ball? Underneath King of Wands. Okay, so what do we have? We have King of Pentacles, money, what do you bring to the table? This is kind of the petty. What do you bring to the table? Laura Loomer saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene doesn't bring anything to the table. I'm true MAGA. Marjorie Taylor Greene's firing back, but this is kind of about who's daddy going to pay attention to. And underneath is the King of Wands, because Trump has to pick. Apparently he can't have both of them. I guess any spewing coffee alerts, menage a trois are out in this case. Yeah, he made Michelle cough. Yeah, in the past we've got the Emperor. Wow. Look at all these daddy cards, all these daddy issue cards going on here. Looking for daddy to take care of them. Type thing. Although I think Marjorie Taylor Greene wants more the political support. Laura Loomer, I'm not quite sure what support she wants, if you know what I mean. Current situation is the star card. They both look at themselves as the rising star, not only in Trump's world, but in MAGA world. They're looking at their futures coming up here. Overarching energy is the Page of Wands. So they're both running their mouths, fire in a fiery manner. They're both taking the sticks to each other. It's a war of words right now. The lesson to be learned is the Four of Cups. It's kind of like The Apprentice. They're trying to get the other person kicked off the island or out of the show, and one of them's going to go. One of them is going to go. If I had to bet, and I think that's the outcome, is that they feel like one of them has to go. They both can't be there. This town's not big enough for the two of us. Now, Marjorie Taylor Greene's the elected person in that town, and Laura Loomer is trying to be kind of the... I hate to say this phrase, but arm candy of Trump. Now, sort of looking at the lay of the land, Marjorie Taylor Greene has been kind of locking horns a bit with Trump over the past year or more. She wanted to get rid of Mike Johnson. Trump told her to simmer down, and she simmered down. She deferred to him. But she started getting grumpy again. I was actually surprised she didn't try and get rid of Johnson after the budget deals in the fall last year. But she has certainly started to distance herself from Donald Trump about the foreign wars. That's kind of been her little off-ramp to, I think she wants to support Trump, but she feels like he's going in the wrong direction with like bombing Iran and inserting the U.S. in Israel and Gaza, that type of thing. She doesn't want any part of that. That's where she's setting herself apart. Where Laura Loomer is going to be like, shut up, what Daddy Donnie does is perfectly okay by me, and it should be okay by you too. Besides, what do you know? You're a grifter, and you're stealing money like a typical politician. Oh, and you're a whore. Let's start off with Laura Loomer then. What does Laura Loomer think of Marjorie Taylor Greene? Although I suspect everything we read in those X posts, those tweets, is exactly what she's saying. She's a grifter, all about the money, and she's loopy as a loon. Because remember, Marjorie Taylor Greene insisted that there were Jewish space lasers starting forest fires. Can't make this stuff up. Underneath it all is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, so Laura Loomer's looking for ways to attack Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's going after money and questioning her integrity and her believability. Okay, in the past you got the Death card. What does she think about Marjorie Taylor Greene? I think she kind of thinks of Marjorie Taylor Greene as being MAGA 1.0. Like, you had your moment, your 15 minutes of fame with Donald Trump from 2016 to 2020. It's my turn now. You're obsolete. You're the old version. Current situation, Eight of Wands. Expect more arrows and javelins to be slung Marjorie Taylor Greene's way, probably over social media. Overarching energy is the Three of Swords. And she will go after... Look at it. She's already gone after Marjorie Taylor Greene's daughter, and she's gone after Marjorie Taylor Greene's first marriage. She has no problem going to the personal issues. It's not like Marjorie Taylor Greene's a bad person. It's like, you're an adulteress, you're a whore, you're a grifter, and you're stealing money for your family type of thing. Your daughter's ripping off the government. It's kind of, she's making it personal. That's, I guess, where I'm going with it. She has no problem making it personal, and she's not done. Lesson to be learned, she's getting a lot of attention, and she thinks this is going to help her win whatever prize it is that she thinks she's going to win. What's the prize she's going to win? The old man emperor, being in the president's circle. That's her end goal. This White House West Wing isn't big enough for the two of us, and I will do whatever it is I need to do to make sure that your bleach blonde, bad-built, butch body ain't anywhere near President Donald Trump. Ugh. And you look at Laura Loomer with her, all that bad fillers that she's done, and oh god, she's a caricature, a cartoon. So she looks like, if you had Photoshop and you could, take a woman and just like do ridiculous things to her face to make her look like a clown. It's what she looks like she's done voluntarily. Now again, Marjorie Taylor Greene has come back basically saying that, you're a spy for the Israeli government. That's about all she's got for her, is saying, you're a spy. And to say that, and to sort of flex that Marjorie Taylor Greene's been elected to Congress and Laura Loomer's failed twice in her bids for Congress. So, where's Marjorie Taylor Greene think of Laura Loomer? Nine of Coins. kind of like she wants to be the grift. She wants to be wealthy, kind of like not like a rich bitch type thing, but somebody who wants to be that way. I don't know what Laura Loomer's financial situation is like, but yeah, grifter. She's a grifter, and she'll do anything to be a grifter. And also, again, as I mentioned, she was saying, how did this woman get all this money to do these things? Who's giving her the money? So she really likes going after the, who is this person? You can't really trust anything she says. Marjorie Taylor Greene, believe it or not, has kind of more of a slower, deliberate plan. And notice, she's not going after Laura Loomer's personal family. She's going after the money. So she's taking a money approach towards that. In the past, the Five of Cups, it's funny. The two of them could have gotten along, but I guess they're both mean girls. And it's war now. And it's really on now. Before she might have had opinions about Laura Loomer, but she didn't say much. But now that Laura Loomer's been on the attack, Marjorie Taylor Greene's like, she's up for the fight. Oh yeah, come on. Bring it. Show me what you got. This is just typical Marjorie Taylor Greene energy here. And Marjorie Taylor Greene knows she's going to win. Just like Laura Loomer had that card over here. This is what I need to win. Marjorie Taylor Greene knows her winning strategy is to keep pointing at the money and who's financing Laura Loomer. Because if she starts saying Laura Loomer is being financed by Israel, maybe Israel, if they are financing her, whoever's financing her, cuts the money flow. And then that impacts Laura Loomer's wealthy lifestyle that she'd like to have. And so Marjorie Taylor Greene's looking at her whole plan is to cut off the money supply to Laura Loomer. And when she has no money, when she's financially irrelevant, she becomes politically irrelevant. Outcome, judgment. And she's going to be out there saying, I told you so. Could even go to Trump at some point and say, I told you so. Told you she was a grifter. I told you, and I'm going to sound the alarm so everybody knows that I was right. And I know Laura Loomer had a big online presence. Marjorie Taylor Greene does as well. I don't know who's a bigger influencer per se. As far as I'm concerned, they could both burn each other down. Okay, 4-Carter. Where's the next attack coming from Loomer on Marjorie Taylor Greene? There was that whole Three of Swords, going after family and morals attack. What does Laura Loomer do next? Then we got the weddings and bringing people in or kicking people out. Got planning. Emotional maturity or immaturity and celebrations. And restriction. I think there's more. She wants to go. It's like she wants to go after the parents or something like that, or the relationship. She's going after her relationships again. I think what this is: marriage card, and a man coming in interfering with the marriage. You're sneaking around behind the scenes, maybe revealing more affairs that Marjorie Taylor Greene had. That Marjorie Taylor Greene can't deny. Gotcha, I'm going to restrict you because I'm going to keep bringing up your infidelity. Basically, you're slutting around. And if Marjorie Taylor Greene has had a number of partners, and she has, then she's left herself open to those attacks. What about Marjorie Taylor Greene? How was her plan looked like it was to sort of cut off the money flow. What's next for her on this? So again, Laura Loomer's was go after you personally. Go after your morals, your ethics, your behaviors. Where Marjorie Taylor Greene is going after the finances. What's she gonna do next? Temperance, biding her time. Interesting. Letting something come together. What are we waiting for? Strength card. The walking away. And the Ace of Pentacles. There's the big one. The Queen. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene's going to kind of go quiet for a little bit. You know, I wouldn't say take the higher road, but I think she's not going to engage in the mudslinging. She's going to walk away from this emotionally and keep her emotions in check. You know, keep her mouth shut and be the strong one until she can get some information on funding or something like that. I think there's a bigger financial play. Plus, if you play up Laura Loomer on social media, Laura Loomer is going to trend. Hell, I'm talking about her now. So she's going to try and, you know, I don't know who you are. I'm not engaging you, so that there's no views and clicks going Laura Loomer's way, and try and starve her out that way. But you might also be looking for ways to financially attack Laura Loomer. All right, what does Spirit want us to know about this little spat, as it were? You know, it kind of divides MAGA a little bit. Apparently, Laura Loomer went after a Medal of Honor winner, saying she didn't feel like he deserved it. And you can see where folks in the military might just say, stay in your lane. How dare you insult a Medal of Honor winner? Now, the Medal of Honor winner, he was born in France, American father and an Algerian mother. Algerian mother, you know, looking at this guy, he's very olive complected, very thick, bushy, dark hair. He looks Middle Eastern, or he certainly has a Middle Eastern look to him. So if Laura Loomer is trying to dog whistle white supremacy, it's kind of out there. But again, I think most military people who would support Trump would probably tell her to, yeah, that's not where you're going with this. Why don't you just shut up and go back in your lane and don't let his name pass through your lips again. Stick to what you know, because this ain't it. What does Spirit want us to know between these two? There's more to come. More fire energy to come. Let's do the whole thing. Strength card. They're going to try and shut each other down. And they're both waiting. Now, there's another. They're waiting for the next attack to drop. It will drop. Six of Wands. I think they both feel like they came out on top on this. Current situation. I think this is just telling me their focus is good. They had their spat, but their focus is going to be on the things that they value. Laura Loomer, probably money and influence. Marjorie Taylor Greene, money and other type of things. King of Swords, overarching energy. They don't like each other, though. Man, they don't like each other. They cannot wait to. They both want to win this fight and really destroy the other person. Let's be honest, it's a war of words, but there's more coming with it. Out comes the Hangman. When the time comes to throw each other under the bus, one or both of them's really gonna get it. I almost think Marjorie Taylor Greene's gonna win this one, just because of the money thing and the strength card, which was kind of playing to her. We'll see. They will have absolutely no problem throwing each other under the bus. This is not going to be a relationship that gets amended, or it won't be mended. This is just going to be, you know, as close as a to the death type thing as you get without actual killing, other than socially maybe. Thank you anyways. We'll end it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. This reading is for entertainment purposes only, but I hope you found it insightful, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.